City News is brought to you by East Brewster Lawyers Rotorua, celebrating 100 years of legal excellence and innovation.
Kia ora Rotorua. Tonight on City News, the head of Grow Rotorua says iwi have a big part to play in the future growth of the district. Comedian Mike King shares pearls of wisdom and laughter with students and the community, and the Urban Ore Shop is looking for volunteers. Head of Grow Rotorua, Francis Powell, says the statement of intent recently presented to council and business leaders has been well received. Mr Powell says the plan outlines key areas to explore to drive economic growth for the Rotorua district. He says it was well received at the launch presentation.
Oh, very, very well. Got very good feedback from that, and I think people really enjoyed that, but really enjoyed the fact that we were looking at sectors that they've understood and looking at them differently, and just highlighting some of the opportunities that are in there, and they've said, so that's what can actually grow and come out of it. Still a lot of work to do, no doubt about that. But.
And Francis Powell says iwi also have a big part to play in, as well as benefit from future growth.
I think what's exciting, if we take that spa and wellness project, well look, that's going to need a lot of people. If we look at aged care or specialist care, a high requirement for people in specialist skills to be working in those areas, and that just fits perfectly into the whole Maori culture and that sort of thing, and opportunities for training those young people up at places like Wairiki and the Wānanga, and retaining them here in Rotorua. So for me it's incredibly exciting right across the board in terms of investment, job opportunities, keeping the whānau together.
One of the funniest men in the country visited Rotorua to speak to students and parents about dealing with depression this week. Mike King attended Rotorua Girls High School and Sunset Primary School to share some key messages with the community.
The main purpose is going around and empowering our kids and giving positive messages to our kids so they can succeed in life. For too many of our kids, Māori in particular, they have little mini put-downs their whole lives, and if you continue to put a kid down, eventually they start to believe it and they start having massive conversations with themselves about, I'm not good enough. So the purpose of this is that we're amazing people, our kids are amazing, and pour as much energy into them as we can to give those positive messages out so they can really go out and have a good shot at life. How does a child go from a 7-year-old full of hope to a 15-year-old who feels they have no hope at all? And I guess the real challenge for us as a community, as parents, as adults, and lovers of our rangatahi, our job, I guess, is to keep that hope alive right up till the 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I guess that's the real challenge for our people.
The Urban Ore Shop at the Recycling Centre is on the lookout for volunteers to help run the store. Manager Ken Weatherly says Urban Ore fundraises for Red Cross and require the help of volunteers so all profits can go back into the community. He says the shop sells a variety of things, so working there can be very interesting.
In our shop here, we rely on volunteers. We could do with some volunteers if there's anyone out there that wants to volunteer for the Red Cross, the Urban Ore. But we work in conjunction with the recycle department here, and so all the money we raise here goes to projects that goes locally into their local community.
In sport tonight, week 17 in the tight Bay Fair Baywide Premier Club rugby competition is filled with tricky matches for a host of teams vying for a place in the semi-finals. The three teams tied on 39 competition points are Mount Maunganui, Opotiki and Tupuna. Local team Rotoiti are at home against Rangatau tomorrow, with Whakarewarewa away playing Greerton Marist. And don't forget, if you want to get there to support your favourite team, all Premier games start at 2:45 p.m. To your weather update, Rotorua. Tonight, fine weather, light winds and an overnight low of 7. And of course, a reminder that every Friday, including today, you can plan your weekend activities with the help of our weekend weather roundup with Met Service and Bidvest Food Service straight after City News. For program listings and other info or to upload images, check out our website, that's tvrotorua.co.nz, and remember to check out our Facebook page, TV Rotorua. And still to come in tonight's program, we catch up with Weekender editor Cherie Taylor before she leaves for the Manawatu. Alan Solomon talks with stroke advisor Vivian Witt, and Carly Church is at Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori presentations at Scion Research.